Around you, there is a creature that has been your enemy since the beginning of time. It is the creature that forced humans out of paradise. And this creature is not visible, but it is everywhere. And it keeps an eye on every aspect of your life. Allah created this creature before humans. But due to its rebellion, disobedience, and arrogance, Allah became very angry with it. And then a decision was made that changed the fate of this creature. It was cast into disgrace until the day of judgment. It was deprived of peace, and it was punished for wandering on the earth. This creature did not end. It is still here today, silent but alert, hidden yet powerful. When you are broken, when you feel hopeless, it slowly comes closer to you. It reads your thoughts, feels the beat of your heart, and you do not even realize when it has already left its effect on you. The name of this creature is Jinn. Today, we will discover the truth of the world before Prophet Adam and the real story of the Jinn. We will also see how much Jinn are involved in the tragic events of our daily life. You are watching Final Direction Islamic YouTube channel. Thousands of years ago, when humanity did not exist, the world was silent. There was emptiness everywhere, and silence ruled the earth. At that time, Allah created a creature that came into existence from waves of fire. This fire was neither complete light nor complete darkness, but a secret between the two. Allah created this creature for his worship. In the Holy Quran and authentic Hadith, the existence of the Jinn is clearly mentioned. Believing in the Jinn is part of believing in the unseen world created by Allah. The Jinn had their own lives, societies, and systems. They were created from fire, which made them fast, light, and powerful. Humans, however, were created from clay, which made them physically limited. When the Jinn were first created, they were not evil by nature. Like humans, they were created to worship Allah. They lived freely on the earth, among mountains, across seas, and in distant places. Their lives included groups, settlements, families, and relationships. The lives of the Jinn were very long. Some lived for thousands of years. This long life gave them experience, power, and knowledge. Not all Jinn were the same. Some were obedient, while others were rebellious. Over time, many forgot the purpose of their creation and focused on gaining power. They began to misuse the abilities given by Allah, which led to conflicts and wars. Tribes fought over land and control, and corruption spread across the earth. Ancient Islamic scholars state that before humans, the Jinn caused corruption on the earth. Because of their actions, the balance of the world was disturbed, and fear and terror took over. After extreme rebellion and chaos, Allah decided to create a new creation that would live on earth with responsibility, guidance, and purpose, and that creation was human beings. Allah created Prophet Adam and granted him such knowledge that was not given to any other creation. This knowledge made Prophet Adam unique. But before the creation of Prophet Adam, among the Jinn, there was one Jinn who was very different from the others. He had more knowledge, more experience, and was very devoted in worship, and his name was Iblis. Iblis was known for his worship. He lived among the angels, and for a very long time he continued to worship Allah. But slowly, inside his heart, something began to grow. Something that Allah strongly disliked, and that thing was pride. Because of this pride, everything was about to change. When Allah created Prophet Adam, Allah created something that was completely new. Prophet Adam was created from clay. Then Allah gave him shape, breathed life into him, and granted him knowledge. Allah taught Prophet Adam the names of all things and their understanding, knowledge that was not given to any other creation. When the creation of Prophet Adam was completed, Allah commanded the angels to prostrate before Prophet Adam. This command was not for worship, but to show respect, obedience, and acceptance of Allah's decision, and to show the honor of humans and their position as Khalifa on earth. Prophet Adam told the angels the names of all things given by Allah. The angels obeyed immediately and prostrated without any question. But one being refused, and that being was Iblis. When this command came, Iblis looked at Prophet Adam, and a powerful pride rose inside him. Iblis was not an angel, he was from the jinn. Iblis believed that fire was better than clay. He also believed that his long life, his worship and his origin made him superior. He clearly said that he would not prostrate. With this refusal, Iblis did not only disobey one command, but he challenged the wisdom of Allah. This single act destroyed all his past efforts. Allah rejected Iblis and removed him from his honored position. But Iblis did not repent. Instead, he became more arrogant and filled with anger. He asked Allah for time until the day of judgment. He announced that he would mislead humans and turn them away from the straight path. Allah gave him time, but gave him no authority over sincere believers. From that moment, Iblis became Shaitan, the open enemy of humanity. But Iblis was not alone. Many jinn supported him, praised his rebellion, and shared in his pride. These jinn chose rebellion over obedience, became helpers of Shaitan, and spread corruption wherever they could. After creating Prophet Adam, Allah created Bibi Hawa for him, so that she could live with him and become a source of peace and comfort for him. Allah placed both of them in paradise, where all kinds of blessings were present. There was no fear, no sorrow, and no hardship there. Allah allowed them to use and enjoy everything in paradise, but He forbade them from going near one specific tree. Allah also clearly warned them that Shaitan was their open enemy and would try to mislead them. Shaitan, who already held hatred and jealousy against Prophet Adam, tried to lead them towards sin. He did not force them. Instead, he slowly whispered into their hearts. He made the sin appear small and harmless, and he made disobedience seem beneficial and attractive. Eventually, a time came when Prophet Adam and Bibi Hawa were influenced by Shaitan's whispers. They went near the tree which Allah had forbidden. As soon as they realized that they had disobeyed Allah's command, they were filled with deep regret and shame. They immediately turned to Allah, asked for forgiveness, and sincerely repented from their hearts. Allah, by His mercy, accepted their forgiveness. But then Allah said that now you must go to the earth, where life will be a test, and you will have to live according to the commands of Allah. In this way, Prophet Adam and Bibi Hawa were sent to the earth. Allah also told them that Shaitan will always remain your enemy. When Prophet Adam was sent to the earth, the presence of humanity changed everything. Now there were two creations on the earth who were given free will, one visible and one hidden. Iblis's hatred for humans became even deeper. Instead of attacking with force, he chose a silent but far more dangerous method, whispering. Iblis and his followers carefully observed human weaknesses. They waited for moments of anger, desire, fear, and carelessness, then quietly planted whispers. They made sin appear small, made obedience feel heavy, turned doubt into confusion, and changed confusion into distance from Allah. These whispers became their most powerful weapon. But it is also true that not all jinn followed Iblis. Some jinn remained firm in faith, some feared Allah and stayed away from corruption, and some later listened to the Quran and accepted Islam. But those who became followers of Shaitan chose the path of misguidance. Jinn could live very long lives, but they also died. Death reached them just as it reaches humans. Some died in battles, some died naturally, and some were destroyed because of their own actions. No jinn lives forever. Even Iblis himself is not eternal. He is alive only by the permission of Allah, and when Allah wills, He will end him. Allah made it clear that Shaitan, just like humans, would be held accountable for every good and bad action. On the day of judgment, the true end of Shaitan will be revealed before everyone. On that day, his tricks will not work, and his false promises will be useless. When humans and jinn are gathered before Allah, Shaitan will also be standing there, weak, helpless, and ashamed. On that day, Shaitan will openly say to his followers, "I did not force you. I only invited you, and you followed me by your own choice. Today, I cannot help you, and you cannot help me." On that day, Shaitan will feel regret, but the time for repentance will have already passed. Then by Allah's command, Shaitan and his followers will be thrown into hell, the same hell that Allah had promised. There will be no death, no escape, and no relief there, only punishment. However, on the day of judgment, it will not be only the evil jinn who will be present. Among the jinn there will also be righteous and obedient ones. Those jinn who believed in Allah, trusted the Quran, protected themselves from Shaitan's whispers, and chose the path of goodness. Allah will deal with them with justice and mercy. Such righteous jinn will also be admitted into paradise by Allah's command, just as righteous humans will enter paradise. Jinn are weak before Allah. They cannot harm a believer who is protected through remembrance, prayer, and obedience. They fear the Quran, they fear pure faith, and they fear hearts that are connected to Allah. That is why Islam does not teach fear of jinn. It teaches awareness, it teaches protection, and it teaches trust in Allah. Because in the end, the unseen world does exist, but it does not rule. Authority belongs only to Allah. With time, the presence of jinn around humans became a silent reality. Humans could not see them, but jinn could see humans. They observed human behavior, habits, emotions, and weaknesses. This hidden observation became the foundation of influence for Shaitan and his followers. The real power of jinn is not physical strength, but influence. They affect thoughts, emotions, and decisions. They place whispers in the heart. They do not force actions. The choice still belongs to the human. But whispers make the wrong choice easier and the right choice feel heavy. These whispers become stronger when faith is weak, when prayer is abandoned, when remembrance of Allah is forgotten, when sins become normal, and when the heart becomes busy with everything except Allah. These are the moments Shaitan patiently waits for. Islam never leaves a human unprotected. Allah did not send humans into this world alone, but sent them with guidance and protection. The greatest weapons of Shaitan are fear and whispers, but Allah has shown easy and powerful ways to protect ourselves from them. The remembrance of Allah strengthens the heart and weakens Shaitan. A prayer stops a person from evil and brings them closer to Allah. Recitation of the Quran becomes a protection in front of which Shaitan cannot stand. Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Falaq, and Surah An-Nas are verses that protect a person from every kind of harm. Many people remain afraid of jinn and Shaitan, but Islam does not teach fear. It teaches understanding. Not every difficulty, every illness, or every problem is caused by jinn. Many trials are a part of life, and they must be faced with patience, wisdom, and trust in Allah. Islam teaches us that instead of blaming everything on the unseen, we should correct ourselves and turn back to Allah. The unseen world does exist, but power and authority belong only to Allah. That is why the person who remembers Allah feels peace instead of fear in their heart. The one who trusts Allah, Shaitan, cannot influence him. The one who follows the commands of Allah remains strong in this world and successful in the hereafter. A person who is connected to Allah is never alone because Allah is with him. When a video receives likes and comments, YouTube shows it to more people and thousands benefit from it. You were watching Final Direction YouTube channel. For more Islamic videos like this, subscribe to our channel and like, share, and comment on the video.